EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of the team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. He brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
First down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, he puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Freeman. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard
Well, on
line.
3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that one too wide and incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now 3rd and 5.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Falcons offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You look at this Packers defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Freeman. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop.
No gain on the play.
You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And the Packers 1st down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They'll come up now 3rd and 9 as they've got it as we resume action. Now Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
In punt formation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing is Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Falcon first down.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
On the stops. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake. Freeman. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35.
15 yards. And the Falcons first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
At the 47-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Freeman. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
Falcons first down.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And a solid run down inside the 30. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Freeman. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jahan Dotson
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it.
John Mechie, 69 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's 4. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's to Kraft, the tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Tucker Kraft, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson will throw again. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Packers first down.
To throw is Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5.
Jackson now.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First down.
Here's Jackson.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 34-yard.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Again, they turn to Ford. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to John Mechie. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And Jackson throwing once more. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
A 5-yard loss leads to second and goal.
Jackson. Caught on the slant. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
A gain of 9 on the play. It's third and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Purdy looking to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brings up third and 5.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brings up third down and 3 yards.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. The quick feed by Jackson. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now Jackson.
He finds Smith and Jigma.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Jackson
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Brings up third and 11.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Incomplete. Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Here now, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Again, it's Barkley. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
And the Falcons first down.
This is Ford.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A gain of 14. First down, Falcons.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
That's another Falcons first down.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Here's Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
The Packers' 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Purdy.
That one complete. He finds Shark. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Purdy now to throw.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. They go play action now. Jackson
Out right to Smith-Njigba.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. Called in a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2.
They run with 4. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Fighting through at the 25.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
On the slant, this is Chark.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Ford. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Freeman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark from 6 yards away.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they take it in by Shaheed. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
27.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Freeman. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Barkley inside handoff. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another Falcons first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Falcons.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
30-yard line.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll try the left side. Ford down to the 25. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll run again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by a field goal, 1:54 on the clock. The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's third down and 5. Throwing, Jackson. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A look at the numbers from last week for Miller. 17 carries, 68 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good. Cardinals, first down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Arizona.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off-play action. Irving.
Now he's going to step up and run.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. Irving.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Cardinals, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cardinals.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Faking the give, Darnold.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Darnold.
Open man is Jerron Jennings.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Darnold. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Evans. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
Mike Evans. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Darnold.
24-yard line.
That's caught by Jennings. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
To the air again, Darnold.
He'll find Lamb, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mason.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
Here's Darnold.
15-yard line.
And that is incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing again is Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Mason. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To throw from his end zone, Irving. And that's complete to Adams.
2nd and 7.
He's out of bounds at his own 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off play action. Irving. Short pass caught by Henry.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Irving. Short pass caught by Henry.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Looking to throw. Irving. His throw incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Irving.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
That's another Cardinals first down. A gain of 13 yards.
0-0 after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard gain on the play.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you want to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Irving. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Cooper on the coverage.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 14.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw again.
Open man, Westbrook Akine. Now a 2nd and 6.
Westbrook Akine. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Irving. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On the coverage.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew dribbles and ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A play fake, and it's Darnold.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Throwing to start the drive. Irving.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Irving.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 31 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll try and do this himself.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and goal, Arizona.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Darnold now to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now.
31-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Here's
6.
Darnold.
Here's Freiermuth again.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Darnold.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Now Darnold. Evans has it left side. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Darnold. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Darnold. Looking deep for Jennings. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Darnold from the gun. And this is caught, Jennings. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
2nd and 20.
Here's Darnold. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
13 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. CeeDee Lamb, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Nifty move.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back to throw. Irving.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Irving.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start with a give to Kamara. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Now it's Darnold. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards on the play. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Play action. It's Darnold.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Again, Darnold. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Running left is Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This now a 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Irving.
That is caught.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Third down.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Arizona. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
They'll start with a run by Mason.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now back to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end flyer move.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. On the screen, this is Mason. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
To Jordan Mason. 10 yards on the pickup.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's another Seahawks first down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll hand it to Mason.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking to throw.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Seahawks first down.
On the give, it's Mason.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Evans, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're quickly out wide. This is Watson. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun. Irving.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
Now a handoff to Miller.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Irving.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
4-yard gain brings up fourth down and less than
Now
a
on
yard.
fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The home team's offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Darnold.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Roger McCreary on the coverage.
Faking the give. Darnold. Left side to Lamb. 3rd and 4.
To C.D. Lamb. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Pat.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Irving. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's again to Miller.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
This is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jordan Mason,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
The salt, the pepper goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down 21-17. A minute 51 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
26 yards. First down, Arizona.
He'll look to throw.
He finds his receiver, Watson. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Seahawks.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
First down.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. Back to throw. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New